Hello again. It's been a little bit because I kind of had a bit of a problem. See, as soon as I got these the padding in, it all fell off about a day or so later. And so what I've done is I went out and bought some of this Loctite 60-second glue. I've got it all glued in. It's setting right now, but I had to kind of get a little. I'm gonna have to do something to cover the white part of this up now. But essentially, I've got it. It's still setting, and it's trying to catch my finger there. I don't know if you can see as I try not to flip off the camera. It's still wet, and it just got some glue on my finger. But in doing this, he got me thinking again about how I could attach some kind of mask here. And then I realized in my garage I had this set of neodymium magnets, little discs. I had gotten them because I needed one to replace my one of the magnets in my mailbox, because the mailbox door wouldn't hold shut anymore, because that magnet that was in there had lost its magnetism. So I figured I can just take these, set one of them down in here, like that, glue it down, and I've got this, and I can't get it all in frame, but it's a very large gauge clothes hanger, and the magnet sticks right to it. So I figure what I can do, I'll glue the magnets in, then I'll take this clothes hanger and cut, a piece of it out, bend it into this basic shape here around the mask, and attach some kind of fabric over that. So while I still need to go and I don't have the bolt cutters I need to cut this, and my tin snips are definitely not strong enough to cut this. I don't know if you can tell, I'm struggling to pull that neodymium magnet off. It holds pretty dang tight. So I figure two of these, one in each of the little nobules there, should be good enough. And I hope this Loctite will hold it in. These magnets, they love each other so much. They don't want to let go. There we go. Do this as best I can. I got a camera mount for my phone here, or a tripod mount for my phone. Hopefully you can see better now, but right, get the little glue there. So I can just set the magnet in. Shouldn't need much. Just get the glue in the right spot, put the magnet on the glue, and let the glue do its work. All right. Now it's just a matter of leaving those to sit and set. And we'll come back to those once we've got this cut up. All right, welcome back. It's been a little while. Obviously you can see this hasn't been cut yet. The reason why is I had tried a different method. Just a friend of mine had loaned me a metal saw, and I don't know if you can see it well, if the camera will focus, but it scratched into the coat hanger, but it would not cut through it. So I had to go back to the plan that I was originally going to do, and I have purchased this set of bolt cutters. I believe I got this at Home Depot for about 20 bucks. So I'm going to first clamp these down so that if this works, I don't want this thing jumping back up at me. All right. Oh yeah, nice and clean. One more over here. Oh good, it just fell. Let's see. It's a fairly clean cut. It's got a little bit of a point to it, but that's actually going to work in our favor. But now I can bend this. All right, now I think I need to kind of figure out the measurements of how this needs to go. Oh, that's magnetic too. Let's say that is roughly about 2 inches there, and roughly about 2 inches there. So 2, 2, 2, it's about 8 inches total. And, hopefully this marker will work. Hope it's not dried up. 2 inches there. About 8 inches in there. It's not perfectly straight, but we'll figure it out. Little trusty needle nose pliers here. I don't think I'm going to need to do the cutting bit, but actually I'll use this part because I can get a tougher, tighter grip on it there. Just kind of. Okay. Alright gang, it's now a few days later. It's actually July the 2nd, so if there's fireworks going off in the background of this video, that's because my neighbor kids, the kids in my neighborhood, have decided that it's the 4th of July 2 days early. But the reason it took me so long is just I did finally get this at least completed to where I wanted it to be, so that it can just fit literally right in there, and these pieces here go right into the nose, and all is well and good and snug. And those neodymium magnets are pretty strong. If I may, you know, I could add more, like another one down here or one up on the nose, but for now, this is fine. Just wanted to give you guys a quick glimpse. Originally, you probably saw me using these needle nose pliers from one of those whole bunch of tools in one kit that you can get at department stores around the holidays, that kind of thing. These are actually really good and been pretty sturdy, but the problem was I just had my hand and these, and bending that wire was too much. So I invested in a couple of locking pliers. And what I did was I used one or the other of these, depending on what angle I was needing to hold, to hold the wire in place and bend it. And then I got these, which I believe were called wire cutter pliers. And part of that's because, well, obviously the wire cutting tool, they also have a nice little grip right here for holding it. And I would, grip with this and then grip the other side with this and use, pry it with that, and just over and over until I got it into the shape I wanted. It took days, mostly because I was only doing it here and there for a few hours at a time, but just getting it to the right shape and popping it into the mask, testing the shape, popping it back out, fixing it, just took forever. but it turned out all right. So those are my tools. But what I've got to do now is this needs to be covered in something to block the holes there, right? Because what's the point? So what I did, what I've got here, it's an old t-shirt, and it's got a hole in it, and it's, you know, oversized from years ago, and, you know, I don't really need it anymore. It's been in the back of my closet for a long time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just cut off one of the sleeves. That way I should have a nice little piece of fabric that's about the width I need. It's actually going to be a little wider, but we can adjust. So I'll cut it just inside of, set that to the side, move this over here so you can see a little better. Just inside of the seam here. And it's not going to have to be perfect because, you know, this whole project doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, set that off to the side. I'm just going to basically see how much of this I really need, which is probably about half of it, but so yes, let's cut about a line through there. All right, I think that'll do. And again, I don't need it to be perfect. I just need it to cover this up. So what I'm gonna do, let's see. It will be sitting in this way, so my mouth will be kind of right in here. My nose will be right in here. My mouth will be somewhere over here. But this is the nose piece. So I'll just set it like this and fold it over twice. So we've got a pretty good amount there. And if this all worked out well, it should just snap right in, be held fairly snug. I think I might actually need to reduce the amount because it might be causing some problems. That might be a little much, but there we go. Felt the magnets take there. So yep, nice and snug. I might end up reducing the amount of fabric there, but that should be sufficient to block any and all particulates coming in and out through the hole there. And from the front, here, there's no light coming through. That should be good. And this maybe extra here will provide some padding for my nose. And with that, we've reached the end of this project. Thanks for sticking with me for so long. Sorry it was such a long time between the parts. I honestly figured this whole thing would go a lot faster, but things happened, you know. Life gets in the way, in good and bad ways. So, I'll just say, there might be another video coming along for this whole coronavirus lockdown situation. There might not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It won't be another mask. I can say that. But it might be something a little more personal in nature. All right, gang. We'll see you next time. Bye.